Alright, so welcome back. You've made it thus far, and I just want to say please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Alright, so that will really mean a lot to me. So let's go back to our sidebar. The first thing I want to do is get rid of this text sidebar. I'm going to create segments. So what I want to do is to have segments like this. So we have segments like this: main navigation, which holds all these. Remember, we're going to add the icon later, but for now we're going to set up the layout, sorry, the style, in such a way that once we plug in the icons, it picks it up automatically. Okay, so this is a segment. From this over here to this place is a segment. We're not going to worry about the badge, so I won't be working on that. So we can just get rid of that. We can just ignore it. If you want, you can do that, but it's just a simple style that you need to write. So this is a segment, and this is also another segment. So we're going to create segments which holds in unordered lists. Okay, so let's start segment. Alright, so within the segment we have UL. So within that UL we have, actually let's multiply this segment by 3. Then within that we have UL. So within the UL we have the LI, and I want each of them to have, let's say, 4. Some of them should have less, but let's just go with this one that we have right here. So I don't know why my emit is not working, but let's just multiply this by 4. Alright, I believe we didn't catch that up. So let's start with a div, give it a class of segment, then that we should multiply it by 3. Within that we should have a UL, within that UL we should have LI, that LI should be multiplied by 3, and yeah, so this should work fine. I believe we didn't catch that period at the beginning. So we have this, we have dashboard. What do we have? We have contacts, and we have groups. Then over here we have airtime. Alright, so my brain is not really catchy, so let's just go airtime, cache, power, and I'm just gonna go with data. I'm gonna add one more li, and that's gonna be what was there? Yeah, SMS. Okay, so this is the final segment. We should have just one thing, and that should be settings. Okay, so settings. Now I believe I'm missing something, because there's no way of specifying that this segment. Yeah. So let me do that right now. So after this segment, that's the class. So let's just add h3 right there, and the first one is going to be main navigation. The next one will be transactions. I believe my brain could catch that up. Transactions, and finally settings. So once we save that and reload, so you can see this is what we have so far. You might not see this because we've already killed the padding and the margin, but there should be a list style right here. In fact, I'm going to show you that right now without let me just show you that right now. So let's go to the styles and start with the segment. So we have a segment selector, and we're going to have a margin. Let's say we need 10 pixels to the top and bottom, and nothing to the, sorry, yes, nothing to the left and right. So once we reload, so you can see we have that right there. Alright, so let's target the UL this time around. So segment, then every UL in the segment should have a list style of none, should have a padding of 0, and a margin of 0. Alright, so I'm not going to check that right now, so let's just keep on going. So segment, UL, then within every UL, let's check the LI. First of all, we need to set the display to flex, because the LI is going to contain both the text and the icon, so it's best to set it to flex. And I don't want there to be a space between them, so we're going to set justify context to flex start. All right, then let's just align them to the baseline. So align, so they all start from the same baseline. like from the where the line starts from. All right, so let's set some padding. All right, so just say some 10 pixels to the top and bottom and 20 pixels to the left and right, or let's just say 25. I believe 25 should be fine. Let's give it a width of 100%, so it takes up the whole width. Let's say font size of 1.1 rem, so that's 11 pixels. That should be fine. Let's set the color to light black, so 333 should be good. Let's also set that illusion that it's a you know um, link, and we set the transition because I'm going to set up something really quick. So all, let's just say zero point 0.3 seconds and linear as well. So let's save that and see what we have so far. Alright, so this looks good, not bad at all. Okay, I believe this is nice, even though it looks small because we haven't plugged in the styles. Let's just increase it a bit. Alright, this looks good, looks fine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is set up one last thing for the um, li. So I want to set up the active link. Once that link is particularly active, so let's set the background color to RGBA, so something light, so 238, let's say 236, 236, and I want to set the color to blue, not let's set it to the blue that we have, so our primary blue. And we haven't used the dark color so far, but I believe let's make it important as well. So once we add that link, that let's add it to the dashboard. So class active, so let's say this is the active one. Then once we reload, so you can see the background color didn't kick in. Why is that? I'm just gonna make it red for now just to see, make sure that it's not the alright. So it was actually there. Then we just make it a bit darker so it kicks in. Alright, I think it's too dark, so let's just make this 0.6, reload. Let's bulk it up a bit. Alright, so not bad. Maybe we use the dark. Let's use the dark. Primary color dark. Yeah, dark is fine. Okay, so final thing that we need to do is for the hover effect, right? So let's set up something for the hover effect. So once we hover, let's say our segment, then LUI, every LI right there. So let's just set the background color to this one. So the same for the hover should be the same for the active. Now let's set up one for the I tag, because we're going to do that once we've added the what's the name, font awesome. Yes, so let's set padding to the right, not left, maybe 10 pixels or 5. Let's go with 5, and we set the color to the same, 333, or let's make it 666. All right, cool. All right, so that 666 just made me chuckle up a bit because it's actually the sign of the beast. That's if you're religious, then you should know what I'm talking about. So let's set the color of the H3. Let's say RGBH. I think RGB 110 should work. 110, 110, 110. I guess that should be fine. And maybe we'll pump up that font width. So font width of 400, and maybe we'll add some margin. Maybe let's say 10 pixels to the top and bottom, 15 pixels to the left and right, And finally, let's just add the font size of 1.5 rem. If it's too much, then we remove it. So let's save. So let me just go back up. Yeah, so let's save and reload. Voila. And this is fine, but something is off. Something is off. Why do we have all of them hovered? Um, what's going on here? What's going on here? Hmm. Oh, yeah, this should be when hovered, not load. Yeah, so once we hover, so you can see how nice it is. So it doesn't look cool like this one because we haven't added the icons. And the one last thing I want to add before I end this lecture is the font family. So let's just add some font family of let's say Apple system or sans serif. Let's go with Apple system. Let's reload, and yeah, so this looks good. This looks better than before. All right, so we're making progress with our admin dashboard. It doesn't look nice so far, but at least we've made progress. So once we've added the icon, which we're going to do in the next lecture, we're going to download we're going to connect directly from the Font Awesome CDN, which is going to store it in our cache. But I'm going to show you how to download it as well in case you don't have the luxury of connecting to the internet. I'm going to show you how to download it and plug it into your local machine. But I'm going to be using the CDN, so because I don't want to, yeah, something like that. Yeah. I don't want to watch. What am I saying? Alright, so we've made progress so far. We have the active link, we have the hover effect going on here. It's going to look more nice when we have the when we have the icons, attached to it, and we've already set up the code for it. So all we need to do is just plug that in, and that should look fine for us. All right, so in the next lecture, let's put the font and let's complete the top nav. So it's going to be quite a bit of a long lecture, but yeah, so let's just do that in the next lecture. All right, so please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and let's grow this channel back to what it once was. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.